Peace and high frequencies, everybody. Blackfit Witch here, checking in on the dream. These dreams. They haven't even been like really dreams, but they have been a whole lot of messages. Sometimes in my dreams, I receive messages. I receive contact with people in the astral realm. I'll receive connections to things I need to know here. But I would say within the last week or so, it has definitely been different. And what I'm doing here, y'all, I'm taking, and I normally don't drink this type of water, but I have it. So I'm putting my chlorophyll drops. This is chlorophyll and matcha drops in my water today. And when I go teach Tai Chi, the elderly ladies always give me water and coffee. And I always take it. And with this particular water, I took it and I programmed it. So it's pretty special. And then I'm putting this chlorophyll and matcha in it. And these are just supplement drops. I got it from my local store. And they said the chlorophyll matcha green tea combined to give you a natural daily detox for your everyday wellness routine, providing a fresh and easy approach to boosting your energy levels and overall well-being. I know it's also good to do the chlorophyll chlorella for your oral tract, like your tongue, your top palate, your throat. It also cleanses that as well. For people who have halitosis or other issues like that. And it could come from the medications that you're taking. It could come from the food that you're eating. It's good to do a nice cleanse and detox with the chlorophyll and matcha. And I would say do a week on, then take a week off. I always have some, and it's good. Our blood matches chlorophyll. Chlorophyll has so many different benefits. It's the reason why we take plants. And, of course, it has been sitting in sunlight. So we're getting that raw energy. But going into the dream last night, of course, that's what I want to talk about most. And these past dreams of... I had a dream a couple of days ago about these white witches. And I've felt the white witch energy before. I remember, and I tried to do a video on here, and for some reason my phone didn't upload it, whatever. But I was in a spa. I went to a spa, a retreat, relaxation time in Hot Springs, not too far from Memphis. It's like a couple of hours out. And I just wanted to get away by myself and do some things. I went hiking. I went to the spa. And I went into this crystal shop, and immediately I locked eyes with this white woman who I knew she was a witch. And it was like immediately I knew that her energy was opposing mine. The same thing happened in the dream realm where these two white witches were, well, particularly the one that was in control of the other one, were really trying to come against me and do some type of spell work what they thought they was doing. But it didn't work, of course. And that just gave me awareness of those who are around me, who are practicing magic, and it could be someone who's trying to practice magic against me, but it doesn't work. I'm protected by the Most High ancestors and the force field that surrounds me. And so that's also for you all who have maybe felt some type of combative energy. You may be feeling some type of resistance from family members or friends or at workspace, and people are doing spells without them even really knowing they're doing spells, right? So people do magic without them even really knowing that they're doing any type of magic. It's just the way that they feel towards you, and they're projecting that energy towards you. So be mindful. Be mindful. So yeah, in the dream last night, this had a lot of symbolism because we're in the full moon energy now. That full moon energy, we just stepped out of it, and I always say it kind of fades out. I always do 3 days before, 3 days after. It was on the 6th. Today is officially the 10th. I had this dream on the 9th, so it still was in the 3-day window, and it's kind of trickling and fading out as we go through the other various phases of the moon. But in this dream, I went downstairs to the basement of what felt like my father's house, and he was passed out. He had been drinking. He was passed out. And it was somebody there that was trying to help him, and I was trying to help him, but he's being belligerent. He had been drinking. He really didn't want to listen to me. So next thing I know, I find myself connecting with someone, and we were picking up these symbols. It was like we were almost at like a crystal shop or a botanica, and I was looking for earrings, and I wanted 2 different types of earrings that looked different. One of the earrings that I was looking for was a stud earring of a wolf. And I saw all these wolf earrings, and I just couldn't pick which one I wanted because all of them looked so good. And then the next one was like a crystal. I was looking for a crystal, and it was like I was at a jewelry store. I was at a jewelry store for sure. And so I was looking for either a wolf, and I saw all these different wolf earrings. Now, we just came out of the full moon wolf. It was a full moon wolf, kind of like we have harvest moon, pink moon, all these different moons. Is the wolf moon. And I have never really looked into what the wolf energy is or the wolf totem, meaning I'm pulling it up now at all. But it says these animals hold the protective powers that they represent. They're a helpful symbol of manifesting more protection, better instincts, and stronger relationships in your life, which makes sense because my father was in the dream and he wasn't listening to me. Like I said, he was being belligerent and he wasn't listening. I got a ringing in my ear on the left side right now. And so also the dream I told you 2 nights ago about the white witches that, combative or trying to do some type of spell work against me, but it didn't work. And this dream kind of like was a symbol to let me know that I'm being protected, even when I don't know I'm being protected, as well as you all are being protected when you don't know you're being protected, because that's how it works. Once you become, and I was listening to some Bobby Hemmett last night before I fell asleep, and one of the things that he was talking about is like when we come awakened within our spiritual journey, and when we connect more to the force, and we allow that Kundalini energy to rise all the way up, and we are in a state of perpetual awareness, that now, as we before looked to our ancestors, now our ancestors look to us and protect us. They work for us now. And so before we would work to get connected to our ancestors or trying to connect ourselves to a higher spiritual divine connection because we're new on our journey. But once we have that awakening experience, that Kundalini energy rising experience, now our ancestral energy that flows through us now works for us. And it was made evident and manifest in my dream through that wolf, showing that wolf as a symbolism, as an earring. Very funny. It was an earring. Like I said before, I just had the ringing of the ears on the left side. I've been having a lot of ringing of the ears right and left, and it's been different through these years. My ringing of the ears have started to sound different. It hadn't been the same ringing of the ears. It's almost zapped out, complete sound. It's almost feel like air goes straight through my both ears, through my head, like. And once it does that, then a silent noise is, I know it's funny, silent noise, but it's like this small, but it's really high pitch, just starts to, on one ear, it's not always both ears. There'll be one ear at a time on the left, like today while I was talking, it's on the left side. So that's how I know that I'm being, as well as what I'm saying is connected to what is going on. And it's just kind of like confirmation. Yes. Blackbeard Witch, you're right. And so that is what I wanted to share. Your dreams may not always be like mine are at this time, a whole lot of storytelling for you to pick up on, but I'm starting to receive these high frequency messages of symbolism, just like I picked that out. Now, another thing that happened within the dream, I was at my friend's house. I had like a remote viewing at first, and I had this baby with me. And then in my dream a few weeks ago, I had this little newborn baby as well. But I had this baby with me. Don't know why. But I was signing my friend up for something in her family. And she had 5 children. And she was purchasing something from me, like wellness products or something for her 5 children. And at the end of it, it came out to be like $1,000, a little over $1,000. I can't remember the exact number, but I do remember the 1,000. And then it said Balenciago. And then it said Balenciago. And then it said Balenciago. So by each name, it said Balenciago, Balenciago, or Balenciago. And it was like that's what she had purchased, was the Balenciago or the Balenciago. B and B. So B and B we know are interchangeable anyway, consonants. Very interesting. Again, I haven't looked into any Balenciago, or what is it, Balenciago. I don't keep up. I don't keep up with a lot of news that's happening when it comes down to like Hollywood. And I just don't give them any energy because I know what they stand for. I know they represent. And so they pull out the dark matter forces of the flip side of what we're here to do as light workers. And I would say they've taken the energy of what we are at our essence, and they have corrupted. It's a corrupted energy. Because I don't want to say like dark energy, dark matter, because dark matter is actually beautiful and dark magic is beautiful. So I don't want to say dark or black magic because that's great. But the corruption of our magic is what they have done with the Hollywood and the stars, because that's why they call it stars, right? So they've taken our star system energy, and then if we constantly feed them, if we're feeding them through attention, then we're only heightening up their force field so they can be able to put out more mess and junk, and I will not give them that energy. So yeah, that was my dream. I have been receiving a lot of symbolic, actual symbols in the dream, and to see that wolf multiple times is just a connection to let me know of protection. Like I said, the wolf energy manifesting more protection, better instincts, and stronger relationships in your life. So again, that is the wolf totem. I'm going to say that's the wolf energy we are in now, because every full moon we have a different full moon energy that we're under. And so we're still under this wolf energy. So I want you all to look into it. Look into this wolf spirit animal. It also says this wolf is a powerful spirit animal, symbolizing the ability to navigate through life with confidence and strength. And of course, we need that during this time as we are rolling right into our abundance of manifestations. So look into it, see what fits best. I'm seeing some pause because I'm seeing so many different symbolism. But that first one was really connected to what I feel. And of course, there was some other things that was going on in the dream. If I try to go through it, it's not going to make any sense to you all, but it makes perfect sense to me, as well as the downloading within my system in order for me to reach a higher frequency. And I know when I go through these times where all of my dreams aren't quite connecting, then I always feel like the dreams are on a higher frequency, and now it's time for me to rise up to meet that match. So thank you all for viewing this. I hope something that I shared resonates with you, and I'll leave you in peace and high frequencies, everybody.